Hey guys. Yeah, there we go. So basically, sorry. Yesterday I recorded like a 30-minute video and then my screen was like this the whole time because I had like a intro and I was describing some words. So I'm going to re-record that at some point. Basically just trying to more consciously test a few things here. But I'll explain that in another video because some interesting stuff happened this week. Dude, but I was cozy. It was raining outside. I had just got home soaking wet and I took a shower and I was nice and warm and I had my tea. Testing something new also that I saw. I'm just copying strategies, dude. But it uses the alligator. I never think something like this would work, but there were a lot of good setups today. All these squares you see is basically just bounce off the middle, enter on a close outside. That's it, dude. Super easy. Just a lot of little 10-point scalps. I'm working on an indicator for it. Maybe we'll make, you see that little gold thing? ChatGPT did that. Use ChatGPT if you don't know how to code, guys. Super easy. You can do anything. I'm really scared about overfitting. Alright, this thing's a little funny. Ooh. I'm terrified about backtesting and overfitting. It's just like not great. It's a great feature of NinjaTrader, but overfitting is real. So I'm going to play around with this one, and I'll share it with you guys. But let's just I just want to go over today because I took one trade. It failed. Things were a little weird today. That was yesterday. You really just had like... It was weird. It was like not quite a range. It looked like I couldn't decide if it wanted to go up or down, but it was making these kind of slightly higher highs. Not really, but definitely like slightly higher highs. Before making a sort of double top and tumbling down. And I was waiting for the long because I was thinking that like this move might get reversed. It did not. But also it didn't cover this entire impulse upwards, so just a weird day. It was, here's 9 a.m. and also just super rangy open, so I guess that's not a good sign. There's a whole philosophy and theory about how things open and close compared to other ranges. I don't know. It did. This is yesterday's range, right? So the open of today, all the action just happened within this range of yesterday. Right in there. So really, maybe it's getting ready for a breakout tomorrow. I don't know. But there was this insane gap at the end of the day. So what I was looking at that got me fucked up, and I knew it. Listen to your gut feeling, bro, because it's right for a reason. Obviously, I didn't play it right, but it's there for a reason. Just listen to it. So, starting out, just a really rangy open to the day. I'm looking at if anything happens here. No. I got tempted right here on that red, when that red candle reversed this thing, but no, not really. And then it's not good price action when it just looks like a centipede and all the wicks are there and everything's just reversing the last candle. But I'm looking for this big zone down here. I'm keeping an eye on that. And it takes forever to come back down as well. Keeping an eye on this zone. This zone forms. I'm optimistic about this, but it has this one below it. So be careful. And then another one forms. Not crazy about this one at all, but I was tempted. this top one, because he had 2 below it. And so I'm thinking, technically is making higher highs. Look, just by like a point. But really it's just bouncing. It's just running out of steam until, after market. But it's going kind of higher lows for sure. And the thing is, these look like textbook kind of high, low of liquidity, new high, and then so if you're trading this mechanically, let's say you program this into a bot, it would take all of these trades, because this one also gets broken down. This liquidity gets broken down. It would take all of these trades and lose on all of them. I marked out candles where you can easily get faked out. You might FOMO because it's a point away from the zone, and it looks pretty bullish. Not great though. I think I have to unwind some early training that this is a bullish candle. That's still a lot of red relatively. And some people quantify it like this percent of whatever the body is, blah, 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 the wick percent ratio. Just looking at that, it's not bullish. And remember, here's another reason I'm scalping on the side too, is because I think you kind of need to get that out of your system. And I think if I start trading live, doing this as my bread and butter, taking one trade as my bread and butter, and then on the side I'm just on the simulator doing whatever the fuck I want, you can kind of get it out of your system. And so that helped me be really patient here. It did not help me pick a good setup. Really today there were no setups. Because you can't, even if you're looking short, like these are kind of, it's not really a good, it's not great, like if your exit of the zone is kind of just wicking back into it right here, that's not good. So again, just be strict, fellas. Be strict with yourselves. But that's a fake out. This is a nice fake out. Look at that. That's a nice candle. That is a fakey. And I think it's fake because you have it tapped already with this red candle, and you have 2 zones below you. It breaks down, another fakey, but it's above the zone. That looks really nice. But it's right above the zone. It's trying to FOMO you into going up there. And then the one that does tap the zone is not good at all. I was ready to go here. I was ready because that was looking good for a second. The next one, and all the while I'm making 10 points here, 10 points there. Had a couple losses. Down here, I really wish I could quantify that for you guys with the simulator, but let me borrow $50. Dude, I even made like a funny joke yesterday, and it just doesn't matter because I fucking whatever. So here's the big boom, right? The big upwards movement. This is the big zone I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for this one, buddy. It touches. The candle that touches does not close. It looks horrible. But the next one looks really good. And I've taken trades like that where you could be kind of sloppy on the entry and take the one that looks good after a touch, a shitty touch. And I think I should have tried to take the 1-to-1. Given how confident you should be in this, and frankly, I don't think that even works. No, you get stopped out on the 1-to-1. Yeah, nice. I saw this video of this guy who just changed. He had an open trade and he changed it to like $12 billion profit with the inspect element. That was awesome. Imagine if you tricked your broker. Worst broker ever. So yeah, my first target was here. My second target was high. Just no. Even still, it should have been here, you know. But so you lose. That's a really 22 point loss. Not bad, nothing crazy. And it's weird because it just flies back up and then makes this gap. I don't know if that's my data because my data is off. It is, yeah. That's between 455 and 6. Okay, but it goes up. I think that's it for today. Oh yeah, so that was at 3:30. I've been flipping through 30 minutes and 4 hours. I don't know if I'm gonna look at these forever. I was talking yesterday also about how badly I want a freaking swing trade. You trade intraday. Nobody bats an eye. Look at this thing. It's going up now. Whatever. Because this looked okay. It kind of flipped that bar up, but you're just kind of floating out here in the middle of nowhere. If you're trying to get in around here, it's really not that good of a zone. And you still have a little more. This isn't a magnet, but you kind of expect it to mean revert a little bit. So this doesn't look good. You're in this downtrend. Hello, thank you. I'm at what, 3:30? So down here. So I took this trade down here. This candle didn't necessarily form like that yet. I think it looked like that though, and that just doesn't scream green. There's nothing here. There's nothing going on here that says go long. You know, just stay out of that. Same with the 4 hour. It was like right here in this candle. No. But yeah, here's what I was looking at where I was like, no, golly, I wanna swing trade. Let me just see if I can find one for you. Here was one from, what was this? I marked it on the 30-minute. Just says, yeah, I showed you a couple losses yesterday. This was from Tuesday. Because that was really compelling. It doesn't go all the way up, but even if you take a 1-to-1 on this entry, this 30-minute entry, and by the way, you can't do this on an eval account in most. I don't know of one eval really that lets you trade overnight, because this would go overnight. But if you take a 1-to-1 on that, it's 14K. Come on, dude. Come on. But the thing is, you're risking 14K. So like you need to win your first. You just need to win. Like you need to be really aggressive, unless you have a lot of fat bucks sitting in the bank. So let's say you're risking 1%. What the heck? I've been pressing buttons all day. I don't really know what's left. So roughly, you need about like $150,000 account, just to take that 1-to-1. And one of the things I was talking about with those texts and numbers is that level of confidence should really determine your targets. So because this was kind of weird price action, and this is a weird candle with a lot of wick on top. If I move it, you can see it. A lot of wick on top right there. That is so the different levels I had written out here were, it's so hard to see. Okay. Conviction targets. 1-to-1. This is in order of rising confidence. 1-to-1 is least confident. That's like a bounce. But you're expecting some kind of reaction, but not much. First swing, which would be the original target of the original strategy, and usually, hopefully, it's more than 1-to-1. Sometimes it's not. So sometimes you have to take a 1-to-1 if you're more confident. It really, whatever. That's like pre-market, whatever. That's like a small dip, whatever. And then the big, so like whatever the most recent significant swing was, if you're really confident or if you want to leave a runner. And I was watching this video of this dude who said, he was one of those guys who's like, yeah, I was a floor trader. I was making millions. I didn't lose a cent. He was one of those guys. And he just had a 2-hour seminar. I was working, so I just put it on, but I hate that shit. But if you do a 1-to-1 here, you're golden. You're golden. Just barely. I mean, barely. This is not a good setup, though. Weird stuff going on up here, not really suggesting that it wants to keep going up. It takes a while to come back down here. You do have the EMA, but that's, I think you can weight that a little lower in terms of importance. And then the wick on top. I feel like the wick is just ever more important for me. Like the wick on top is just... I've also been reading about order flow, so eventually I do want to layer that into... That's going to take some studying and some learning, so like... I got a lot of shit to sort out right now. But when I have some time off, I really want to get into that and layer it in and backtest it and create indicators. But here, this is a little lower risk. It's still a lot of risk for a small account. That's 1160. Hindsight's 2020, so we know this is going to shoot up, but also this is right at 4, so I don't know if you want to... But you have this kind of zone here. It's pretty clean break off here. Not like this one. Bad zone. There's another reason I missed. Kind of a break, I guess. I don't really want to do this, but yeah, no. This is the thing about trend lines. Is you can always just draw them however you want them. I mean, it touches a trend line. I don't know, dude. Don't use that. So I guess there's not a great reason to take that, but again, confidence here. If you see something, oh my God, if you see something that I don't about this candle right here, what I see is a good candle on supply, on demand. If you take the 1-to-1 confidence, 58 points. If you take the first swing, let's say you take this tiny swing, 93 points. Take the first significant swing. You're very confident. You're pretty confident in this. You feel good about this. I don't think I would take it up to here, but 192. Let's say you're just leaving a runner and you're like, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to wake up and just go nuts. You're getting 6K just sleeping, you know, off of, that's a 1-to-6. So, it's just like rambling at this point. It looks a little better on here, but not really, because that's not really a zone. Guys, I had so much fun last night, and I can't share it with anybody. Now I just want to backtest swing trades. This is not good. Unless you buy this huge fucking Candelito. Which you can't because it's already tapped, so. It was 7K though. I don't know if you saw that. Yeah, and you know it's a bull market, so this thing is just swanging. If you want to be loosey-goosey with your, with your zones here, I don't know. Take this fun little candle right here. 4K on a 1-to-1. Fucking. I really shouldn't. I mean, I'm being silly. I'm just going loosey-goosey right now. But, oh, just buy in an uptrend. Just buy in an uptrend, dude, you know? Yeah, I'd love to share this with you. But we're testing it. I literally just started doing it today. So trust your gut. Don't get faked out. You're also below. The EMA is flat and you're below it. So you're struggling to push above it. I feel like if it was going to go higher, it was going to go higher off of one of these bounces here. Holy jamoly. Like either this bounce here or this bounce here. If it's going higher, it's probably doing that. But, bye.